attack. There was one time when I attacked, which meant I sprinted away from the bunch to try and win the stage, basically. And Hino didn't appreciate the fact that this meant an acceleration in the bunch. When he caught me, he gave me a bit of a bollocking because it gave him sore legs, and he wasn't very happy about it. I'm impressed by Hino, but I'm not impressed by his personality. I do what I want to do, and I think if the other guys maybe attacked him a bit more, they would have a bit of a better race at this time.
Millar thinks other racers are failing to challenge Hino as much as they could, but most of the riders are hardly here to win anyway. They are the so-called domestiques, ordinary team members whose only job is to protect the interest of their leaders, the stars, the dozen or so who might actually carry off the honours. The domestiques fetch bottles of water, extra jerseys, waterproofs, or go back to the team car to discuss tactics with the manager. Hino is an exception in this tour. He insists on riding at the front in his yellow jersey. Normally the domestiques would do that to act as a windshield and conserve the energies of the stars. Towards the end of the day's racing, the domestiques hand over to their leaders, who are fresh enough to fight out the finale amongst themselves. If they do their jobs well, the domestiques may themselves progress to stardom. In any event, success for their leader is good for them too. They will be asked along to the lucrative one-day exhibition races which intersperse the big tours. For Millar to be lying 12th, in effect means he's bringing up the rear. Little at present separates him from the ordinary pack, but he still has a chance to improve as the race goes into its final mountain stages. In the foothills of the Pyrenees, Millar has a long way to go to improve his overall position. Luis Herrera beat him in the Alps last week, and he is currently wearing the red polka dot jersey of the king of the mountains.
And there the face of the man they call the Badger, Bernard Hinault, now with those two black eyes, a double fracture of the nose. Surviving a day, he's only in fact about 50 seconds behind Greg LeMond and Stephen Rhodes, the two men who lie second and third overall in the Tour de France. They'll need more time than that to steal that yellow jersey from Hinault. And Hinault has this most vicious climb to come now, right up to the summit. There is the lone leader now on the road, and that is Pedro Delgado, because Cabestany has cracked on the climb and has simply just sat up and has dropped right out of contention. Luis Herrera trying to get cleared. He's waiting for this final climb. Where is Robert Millar? Millar needs to come with Herrera if he possibly can. Herrera himself has climbed up to 13th place after a marvellous week in the Alps, where he won 2 stages and finished second on another one. Thousands of people here, and what a shame that they came here and had the best viewing point in the Pyrenees. They could see for 10 miles when they came here. The clouds rolled in, and now they can only see a matter of yards. And as the riders come in, Hinault has failed in the last 5 kilometres of this climb to maintain the pace being set by Steve Roach. Robert Millar was safely in that group, but he was at the back of the group when he came in. He looked absolutely exhausted.
In the last 7 hours, Millar has raced nearly 150 miles, including 3 separate mountain climbs, each to passes of over 5,000 feet. But it is nearly the end of his 1985 challenge. He can't match last year's form, and with only 1 mountain stage remaining, Herrera is unlikely to give up the climber's jersey. Even the British journalists accompanying the tour get a cold response.
The race has been going well for you until what point? Tour Tourmaline.
Tour Tourmaline. What was that like for you?
Kind of blew it in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah.
Did you recover at all? No.
Nobody would ride in the front with that with Philly.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
So, I mean, how do you sum up today?
Eh?
How would you sum up your effort today?
Not too good.
Not too good. On Saturday, you gave the impression you might topple or you might get Herrera. No, I don't think that's possible.
No, I don't think so.
Is a stage win possible?
Without it.
Without it?
Yeah.
Okay, Robert. Cheers.
Millar is not the only one having a bad race. Morale in the whole Peugeot team is very low.
I was going well for the first week, and everything seemed okay, but then the second week, I was tired. I was just worn out inside. Nobody was going any good, and there was no real kind of spirit in the team anymore. They were all fighting for their life every day when they got to the hills. And nobody could help anybody else. And, they realised that they weren't doing their job, and they realised that I wasn't doing what I should be doing. And when I told them they weren't doing their job, they weren't very happy about it. So they didn't want to help me anymore. There was one day when everything kind of went really badly, and I told them all that this kind of wasn't the way to do it. And they didn't appreciate the idea of me kind of telling them what they should be doing, and because I was younger than most of them and they'd been doing it longer than me, and I wasn't French. I didn't really have the best form. It was difficult for me to say they were all useless, because they were saying the same about me behind my back anyway. They're saying he's not going any good anyway, so why should we bother, right? So eventually I was just riding with the help of Alan Piper and Sean Yates, and that was it.